Hello and welcome to the NGO Whisperer Show. My name is Dr. Carolyne Opinde. I'm the founder of the NGO Whisperer Center for Social Impact based in Manchester, United Kingdom. Here at the NGO Whisperer Center for Social Impact, we work with non-governmental organizations, social enterprises, governments, and funding agencies to promote social innovation and investment for a sustainable world now and in the future. In season 6 and 7 of the NGO Whisperer Show, we feature our Global Fellows class of 2022. Joining us today from Nairobi, Kenya, is Lilian Kamigwi. She is the program coordinator at Destiny Shapers Foundation. Lilian, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Lilian Kamigwi. I'm a co-founder and a coordinator in Destiny Shapers Foundation.
Lilian, we are so honored to have you here at the NGO Whisperer show today, and also as one of our Global Fellows class of 2022. You went through the NGO Whisperer Global Fellowship Program from July to December 2022. Lilian, what inspired you to step into the nonprofit sector and to establish your organization and continue working in this sector?
Thank you so much, Caroline. I'm so humbled and honored to be here. And thank you for honoring me to attend the class of 2022. What inspired me is because of my story. I have a story that inspired me to be in the slum, and I'm a total orphan, and I was orphaned when I was very young. So when we were orphaned and we have the 5 of us and I'm the only lady, I became a mom before I became a woman. So I've gone through so many challenges in life. We've been thrown in the street, and I really felt I needed to reach out to the children who are going through what I went through, because it's only by the grace of God that I made it in life. So that's why I got so inspired to just be in the slum, because I'm also brought up in the slum from a dysfunctional family, later becoming an orphan, and having used some of the vices that are in the slum, like selling drugs for us to get a meal. But I felt I can stand out and be a role model even to the other children in the community. You don't have to sell drugs for you to prosper, but if we can equip you with education, I know they can change and transform. So that's what inspired me. And that's what keeps me going up to date. Thank you.
What a powerful story, so inspiring, Lilian. Now, at Destiny Shapers, you work still in the informal settlement, as you call it, slums of Kenya. Would you please elaborate further? What is the focus of your work? And then share with us also the impact that you're making in the lives of children. You've mentioned education. Education is an equalizer, and you are using it as a tool through which you can uplift them from poverty. And lastly, who are the partners that you're working with to make this work possible?
We are based in Korogosho slum. Korogosho is the 4th largest, and just like the name, Korogosho means crowded. So it's very crowded. Our main target are the orphans and vulnerable children who've reached the age of going to school, but they are not going to any school. Maybe it's because of different vices, because we have children who are child-headed families. We have others who are, the parents are sick, and others, we have others who are using drugs. So they don't even understand whether it's morning or day. They just don't understand. They're in their own world. And we decided we are going to take the ones who've reached the age of going to school. And this age is maybe 4 years. And why 4 years? Because when they come to us, they are like an open vacuum. And us being Destiny Shapers Foundation, we have the right information, and then we put the right information in their minds. You know, you can, and then we grow with them as we mold them, as we extract, when we get rid of the vile language that is in the slum. And also we tell them, it's not necessarily because of food, because that is actually our backbone program. But when they come, we tell them as much as there is food, there is education. And with education, you can interact with everybody. You can open every door if you can express yourself. So at Destiny Shapers, we have 4 main programs, and that is education, where we get children coming in. We take them through. We have trained staff members. We are 16 of us. And also we have the feeding program. Actually, feeding program is our backbone because they rarely get meals in their homes. And one of the reasons why they come to Destiny Shapers Foundation, it's because they want to eat. So we don't just start our program like the normal schools. When they come in the morning, we have breakfast for them. So after they take breakfast, that's the time they get to in their different classes. And then we are taking them through the program, the education program. Then we feed them at lunchtime. But even in the evening, we feed them because we know and we are sure that there are so many who will go home to their parents, to their irresponsible parents, to their guardians, to their sick parents, and they will not get anything. So apart from that, we also give food baskets to the community, especially the parents who are bedridden, who are very old, and they can't even go to work. So we have basic education, we have feeding program. We also have community empowerment because we believe poverty is all in the mind. And if, as I told you my story, if somebody didn't tell me, Lilian, you can make it in life, maybe by this moment, I could have passed on so many years ago, but I chose to listen and I chose to go to school. I chose to study. So even in the community, we have forums with the parents. We work with the administration and also the village elders. And we've seen people changing. We've seen people transfer, their lives being transformed. We know it's not easy, but we take a child at a time, a parent at a time. We don't care how much times you fall again and you go back to drugs, but we keep telling you, you can make it, because we know if we change the poverty mentality in the mind, people can make it and they can go far. And we've seen them doing that. Yes, yes.
That is absolutely wonderful. Impacting the lives of orphans and vulnerable children in the informal settlement of Korogosho through your 4 pillars of education, feeding, program at school, provision of food basket, as well as helping them with their mindset, to change their mindset. There's a powerful quote by Tata Madiba Nelson Mandela. He said, education is the most powerful weapon through which we can change the world. And that is so true, Lilian. Lilian, would you go deeper to share with us the process of onboarding a child that has been identified as a potential beneficiary and target person or group for your school, and how you go through the process of bringing them in? You said through the feeding program, and then you introduce education to them, you help them with their mindset, and also the food program. Walk us through the process.
What we actually do, and I really love that part, is that we go to the homes. So we do so many home visits. And one of the things that we do is that we identify, if we just see a child who is not going to school, we get to understand, why are you not going to school? And then we tell them, we would like you to take us to your home. And then when we go to their homes, we evaluate, we get to learn, why is this child not going to school? I remember when we started with only 23 students. And you can imagine, up to date, we have 318 children. So we go for home visits, we identify the vulnerability of the case, because I know in the slums, everybody is vulnerable, but their vulnerability is different. So we identify the child, we talk to the parent, we talk to the neighbors, we talk to the guardian, who are the person that we get to meet, and then we do several follow-ups. As we do the several follow-ups, we ask ourselves, even as before even we enroll the child in our program, what will be the child be doing? And then we just tell the child, you just come to the center and get to interact and familiarize with other children, because you're going to join us. So they come, and the parents, we've taught them that as much as they are poor, there are some things that they can do. And we want them to belong to Destiny Shapers, because we're just not there to help and then go. We want to see transformation happening. And we want the parents also to be responsible and guardians. So they buy the uniforms in a small way. We have containers where parents give 10 shillings, 20 shillings. We don't care. As much as you're bringing, that shows you can be responsible. And through that, that's why the number has raised, but we have to go to the community, we have to go to the homes, we identify the vulnerability. And one of the things that we do, when a child comes to Destiny Shapers, that child becomes the entry point to your home as a parent. And we now work with the whole family, because we realized if we only work with that child, we're only going to help one. And then we ask ourselves, what if we just take the whole family? We encourage this woman that is not working. We encourage these other children that maybe they are all over, wherever they are. What if we even give ideas, maybe on health matters? You can get your NHIF. It doesn't cost much. We can work with you and start with a business, even if it's for less than 200 shillings, because we've seen it working. But the child that we take becomes the entry point, and then we have the family approach way of dealing with the poverty in Korogosho.
Absolutely. Family-centered approaches, community-centered approaches are so powerful, and I love your model. Now, Lilian, you have been with us for the last 6 months, July to December 2022, at the NGO Whisperer as one of our global fellows. We would like to know what inspired you to apply to join us.
Thank you so much, Carol. I know this is funny, how I came to learn about NGO Whisperer. I have a friend of mine who is called Wilfred Wajara of Baraka Care Foundation. And I used to go to his center, and I realized there's something unique about him. And the way he's doing his things is so organized. And I knew him from some years back, but I could see the change. So I kept asking Wanjara, we call him Wanjara, what is happening? I know something is happening, and I want to take it to you. To my center. And that's why when Wanjara told me about the NGO Whisperer, the NGO Whisperer, and I was, oh my God, how do I get a chance to get in there and study? So when the opportunity came, I had to really ask him questions, and then I told him, I have to apply. And that's when I applied, and I got the chance, and I'm so happy that I got the chance to study with you. I'm so humbled and so grateful that I got the chance.
Lilian, we are so honored to have you here, and thanks to our Global Fellow Class of 2021, Wilfred, for being a good ambassador of the NGO Whisperer. Wilfred, wherever you are watching or listening, thank you so much. Our Global Fellows and others also who are great ambassadors of the organization. Lilian, we are so honored to have you for the last 6 months, July to December 2022. Of all the modules that you have gone through for those 6 months, would you please share with us the top 3 modules that have made a great impact in your life in terms of the learnings and the insights that you have implemented at Destiny Shapers Foundation?
For the 6 months, we've learned a lot. And I know it is a journey we go implementing one by one. But to be honest, I am so grateful. And the first 3, number 1 was the change of management, because we had, my colleague and I, we were doing everything on ourselves. We are doing the recruitment, we are doing the administration, we are doing and we could not, we were not productive. But after the NGO Whisperer lessons, and we learned on how to be creative and how to communicate, we went back and we sat with the staff members. You know, I had to first of all educate my colleague, and then she thought about it and that's a nice thing. We need to implement. Because application is everything. I can learn and swallow everything and I go, but when I apply, it becomes the whole difference. So we've really worked on our communication, and that has worked so well. We've known now how to even delegate. We know you're supposed to do this, and we give you full mandate to do it. Then we have built our own culture. So every person who is coming in knows, okay, there is something new going on in a Destiny Shapers Foundation. And also we've given people a freedom to just think of how best we can do things. So change of management has really worked best for us. And through that, we've been able to get a few more donors. Thank you to the class and the lessons. The other one is, as much as we're doing the changes, we need to evaluate ourselves. And through evaluation, we are like, we didn't do good on that, you didn't do good on that. But again, we can always come up with new ideas on how best we can work on the areas that we didn't perfectly perform. So evaluation, and we have, I think we were in our own cocoons, because I think since we started evaluating on ourselves, we've gotten new ideas, great ideas, and you're like, oh my God, why didn't we think of that earlier? And then the last one, not really the last one, but it's because the last one of the 3 that you've told me is on fundraising. Very poor, very poor. We were 0 on fundraising. I must say that. We were nothing. We didn't know how to go to donors. We didn't know which language to use. But after learning, we started small, and we started with online funding. And we said, during the December holiday, we said we needed to raise funds to feed the children during the holiday, because the droughts, with the droughts. And I told my colleague, why can't we just do an online fundraising? We get a link, Mchanga, you know it. And we just, within 15 days, we had raised more than $1,000. So we are so grateful that I got to learn about fundraising, and we have strategized on how we'll do it better this year, because we believe change is inevitable. And if we can embrace it and run with changes and what we learn, we can be equipped. So thank you so much for what you're teaching us.
it warms my heart to hear that you actually implemented and can see direct results of the work that you have done through the NGO Whisperer Global Fellowship Program courses, change management, monitoring, evaluation, and fundraising. There are other modules I know that have impacted your work, but thank you so much for sharing these ones. Now, Lilian, how has your organization changed? I know you've shared some examples from the top 3 modules. I know the other modules also have made an impact in your organization. Share with us how it is impacting you as well.
As an individual, for the first time, I got time to rest. A whole week, I didn't think about Destiny Shapers Foundation because I remember we were told as much as we are working, we also need our time and we also need our family. So as an individual, my well-being and just having time to relax and not think about destiny because I know somebody else is working on this, somebody else is working on that. It has helped me, and that one with that now I became fresh with ideas, and apart from that, even our team, we didn't have time for team building. We only work, but for this time we went for team building with the staff members, and they were so excited, and we got to learn more things that we didn't know about our team, the capability, different capabilities, and we now know where to fix this person, what to give to this, what to give to this. Thank you.
How has the fellowship program and the learnings that you shared impacted your colleagues and even the children at Destiny Shapers Foundation?
As I told you, we have 16 members, and there were some who were so quiet, and we didn't really know their potential. And we could hardly tell because we didn't have that warm interaction. There was no communication. For us, we were just passing. We thought we were communicating, but we were just passing information. I pass information, do this, do this, do this. But we came to realize, we need to go back and we need to listen to them. We need to give them that open platform where they can even joke with Lilian and tell me, I think you're good, but there is this area that you're not so good. So when you tell your staff members to tell you, what do you think about me? What do you think I need to change? What do you think we as a team can do to just achieve more? And if you hear them, at first they were not talking. They were like, are they serious? Is she just trying to joke with our minds? But when we kept it coming again and again and again, so they are also building trust in us, and they have now embraced our work. And when they embrace what we are doing, the work becomes even easier, and they are even able to even talk to the guardians, because initially I was the one even talking to the guardians, going to the community, working with the education office. But now everybody just go do it. With that, we are even we are now making other leaders. We thought we were only leaders, only to realize there are others who are better leaders than us. So with children, they've become more friends, more and more friends. And now they can even open up in what is happening. Sometimes some children could fear, but nowadays you can just hear the child coming and telling you we didn't have supper, our neighbor is doing this, there is another one who was being defiled by the dad, the stepdad, we didn't know. And through that, they are now able even to open up to us because we've become one. We've created that bond within us, the children, the parents, and the community.
Absolutely amazing. It just is absolutely amazing to hear these stories of success, what's happening in your organization, the way your staff is now engaged, the way the children are more engaged now, and delegation of duties, and the fact that you, as the leader of the organization, can now rest because you are sharing roles and responsibilities, and they are doing it so well. Thank you, Lilian. Thank you for being teachable. Thank you for sharing knowledge with your team. That is the power of the NGO Whisperer Global Fellowship Program. Would you please share with us, what is the future of Destiny Shapers Foundation? What plans do you have for the next 12 months and going forward?
Going forward, we have plans for 2023, and the top one is working on our sponsorship and fundraising. Those two, because we've realized the center is growing more. So there are some things that we need, like the premise, because we are in a rental place. So we have a plan that this year we'll have a lot of fundraising, and we'll have a lot of going out to churches, to corporates, to individuals, and just spreading the gospel of Destiny Shapers Foundation. Because we want to buy the premise where we are. It's a small place, but if we can get it and then build it and have more rooms, we can be more productive. So basically, that is what we are intending to do. We just fundraising and working on sponsorship.
How much does it cost to buy the premises, to purchase it so you can own the buildings where you are right now?
We've talked with our landlord, and he's a very good man, and he's willing to sell it at $20,000.
Anyone out there who is interested in partnering with Destiny Shapers Foundation to purchase the premises where they are right now, it goes for $20,000, and for them to be able to own it so they don't have to pay rent anymore. As we all know, assets are quite important for nonprofits as well as any other person. And so let's stand with Destiny Shapers Foundation to make sure that this year, 2023, they own the premises where they work. And that will be a step forward in helping them reach more orphans and vulnerable children. Lilian, for those who are looking to collaborate and partner with you, how can they connect with you? Where can they find you?
We are on social media. On Facebook, we are called Destiny Shapers Foundation, and we are also on LinkedIn as Destiny Shapers Foundation. So I just welcome everyone to come join us. Let us continue equipping and training a generation as we transform their lives.
Absolutely, equipping and training a generation as we transform their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Lilian, it's been a great honor and a pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
As we come to the end of this episode, we thank you for watching. We invite you to connect with us on social media, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel, NGO Whisperer. Go to ngowhisperer.com/masterclass and join us. Let's help you build the capacity of your team, just like we have done for Lilian and many other organizations that are joining us on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, it's all about connecting people, raising funds, and impacting lives globally.